Kevin, and it's time for yet another episode of Kevin's Toy Box. Please excuse the mess, we're doing a bit of spring cleaning. But that ain't gonna stop me from claiming this territory as my own. Oh boy, nothing like a big poop to add a little extra step in your kick. I said that wrong. You know, actually, I'm feeling a bit dangerous. I don't want to film on the table. I want to film on the ground, and I'm gonna get to the ground.
Don't worry, I'll catch you. Okay, never mind. You don't need help. No, boy. Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, that was quite the workout. But we still need to get to the bottom, so I just gotta keep going.
Anything else, or are you stuck here? Nope, you're gonna keep moving. Oi! Oi! Oh no! Oh no, I think he just... Oh yeah, that's a problem.
Now that we're on the ground, we can start our review of the Chaos Theory Gigantic Trackers, whatever this thing is called, Suchomimus. I know the Hammond collection reigns supreme over all other toys, but some of these mainline figures are just so good looking. And while Zainreborn cuts it out from the box, I'm gonna go on my jog. And bam! There's the Suchomimus. One of the rare cases where Mattel doesn't skip out on the paint apps. Just looking at the head sculpt of this thing is just chef kiss. It's beautiful. And the rubbery teeth that also manage to maintain that sharp shape is just also a genius way of pleasing kids and collectors. But since I'm still exploring, I'll have Zainreborn give a closer look at the head sculpt.
Starting off with the head, we can see that it is dead on to Chaos Theory Suchomimus, which is like one of the best looking dinosaurs in the franchise, honestly, because the sculpt is good and the colors are good. They're so good, and the patterns just work so well on this. It just makes it so well. Granted, it is covered in scars, so I guess this is the guy who fought the Majungasaurus and won. Got a few kicks out of it as well. But like, yeah, we got like, it's just such a good looking model. And then because it has those scars, it's not even symmetrical. Oh wait, it sort of is. It's got, well, they're not in the same place, but it does have lots of scars everywhere. This Suchomimus has been through a time, but those teeth, as we showed off with Kevin, they're rubbery. They're soft and rubbery, so they don't hurt. They can look sharp without hurting. That's just one of the best things. And the eye looks great.
Honestly, I couldn't have put it better myself. Granted, I guess the majority of this toy's success is that it looks identical to the one from the show. And thankfully, Mattel went all out with the paint on this one, so it looks even better than most Mattel toys. But once again, I think Zainreborn can describe the rest of the toy better than I can, so I'll hand it over to him.
Looking at the rest of the body, just again talking about those leopard patterns, it's just such a good looking thing. I feel like those scars, those ones are being painted is a bit weird. It stands out too much compared to the other subtle ones. It looks like they've healed over time. And it's just on that side, it just looks so weird. This thing is really scratched up. What happened to you, buddy? Gotta love the underbelly, which is all nice and yellow up until like the crotch, so that's setting. Tail is naked, but not that incredibly naked. It still has the pattern and those weird white scars, so that's nice. The tail is distractingly short, but not the shortest tail ever. But otherwise, yeah, this is one of those greatly sculpted figures.
The action feature is quite simple. Depending on the direction you rotate the tail, it'll snap in the opposite direction. Left, right, down, up. A simple yet effective gimmick. Now, if you've been collecting these dinosaur toys for a while, you already know how big this thing is, so we're only going to compare it to Bumblebee Ceratosuchops, which was another beautifully painted Spinosaur, and the Majongarunga. Now, you're seriously telling me this thing was able to defeat that thing in battle? I know it needed to happen to progress the story forward, but everyone on the internet is right. There is no way this is even a close fight. Sucho, hands down, stomps the Majongasaurus. Although there is one more comparison to make with the Sucho, and it's with the Mapusaurus. And it's mainly because the hands on the Mapu are super flexible, which was something I thought they would implement to more dinosaurs moving forward. But as you can see, the Sucho, a year later, has stiffer hands, and I just don't understand what the point of the Mapu's wobbly hands were for. Overall, the Suchomimus is a fantastic toy, very similar to the Fallen Kingdom Carno in terms of quality, even having an advanced version of the action gimmick. Although for those wondering if we're going to repaint this into the Dinosaur King Suchomimus, it's gonna be a similar case to the Allosaurus, where we weren't gonna repaint this guy into the Saurophaganax until we had a Hammond Collection one to replace it. So no Dinosaur King Suchomimus until Suchomimus comes to the Hammond Collection. But this video ain't over yet. We have another package arriving in the morning. And what a morning it is! It's finally bright enough for me to come outside again, where we can now review our latest toy, the Styxosaurus! Okay, careful, that frightened me. But yeah, we have a brand new Loch Ness Monster to look at, and we have a lot to compare it with. As soon as we get it out of the box. Now just get a good look at that beautiful sea dragon. Like, I'd say this is a perfect blend of realism and speculation. Just like the Sucho, it's also covered in scars, almost as if it's had a lot of experiencing escaping dragon hunters in the archipelago. Because you can't look at this thing and not tell me that this could have lived in the world of How to Train Your Dragon. There we go, I said it in the end. Unfortunately, the action feature isn't as creative as the Suchomimus is. Rotating the tail simply activates a flipper mechanic, which is nice, but not the best. And up and down motions gets the head to, well, chomp up and down, except there's not an automatic clicker like in the Suchomimus, which I guess is better for toy photography, but a lot less fun of an action gimmick. But now we go on to the head, and we can see just how well they sculpted those teeth and how perfectly they interlock with one another. And just like every other toy, the teeth are soft rubber, so they can bite onto things without actually hurting them. Combined with the smart combination of dark blue with light blue, and that beautiful algae-like sail running down its neck, it's just a beautiful looking Loch Ness Monster, and is able to hold its own personality compared to the others. Unfortunately, since the front flippers are tied to the action feature, it means that this flessie is forced to have its nose touching the concrete at all times. But now it's time for some comparisons with the other Loch Ness Monsters. We got Amanda from A Dinosaur Story remake, and the ever so famous Elasmosaurus, which might still be the biggest of these plessies. But we gotta love how despite having 3 Loch Ness monsters, each one remains different from the other. Amanda's clearly the smallest, the Elasmosaurus is the biggest, and the Styx is also pretty big, but has a completely new look to it that differentiates it from the Elasmo. And together they make one big happy family. Except not really. Amanda's parents are a Seismosaurus and a Lipleurodon, just like she said in the movies. But one more downside to the Styx is the crazy amount of blue on the belly. It's very inconsistent. It's only the belly, not the tail or the neck. And it really didn't feel like it was necessary. It's not like Amanda, where the white patterns actually make its way down to the belly naturally. And the Elasmo tries to do this as well, except it forgot to paint its own belly. But other than that, all 3 of these plesiosaurs are worth picking up. And that concludes my review of the Suchomimus and the Styxosaurus. Do you think they're worth picking up? If you could only pick one, which one would you pick? Or do you not want to get either of them? Honestly, I think you'd be a fool not to get either of them, because these are really good toys right here. But what do I know? I'm just a random lizard on the internet. But since this video is called Suchomimus vs. Styxosaurus, we gotta let them fight. But while they fight, I'm gonna eat some greens for lunch. Yum, yum, yummy in my tummy. It's a good day to be a bearded dragon on a sunny day, eating my leafy greens. Oh, you okay, buddy? Yeah, I'm okay. Well, that's the end of the video, everyone. Goodbye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video from beginning to end. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel and join the Zainreborn community. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.